top 10 things you cannot say on the internet.
Oh my God, I can't believe he said that. How could you say that?
So the other day I got post-blocked on Facebook for 7 days for hate speech. Not really, I just said the US deserved 9/11, which they did. So I was actually able to surprisingly convince a lot of people who originally disagreed with the original post before it got reported. So hopefully with this video I can do that same thing again. Unless, of course, people choose to not watch this video and continue to follow blind patriotism. A lot of people also got very emotional in their feelings and misinterpreted the post. So let me break it down for you as clearly and as simply as I can. The first claim that's being made against me is that I'm claiming that innocent people deserve to die. That's not what I said. But thanks for assuming that's not what I said. But you could run with that. That's not what I said. First of all, when we're talking about the United States, it's a country, not a people. The United States is an individual entity. And typically when people name a country, they're referring to its government or whoever's in charge. So when I said the United States deserved 9/11, I didn't mean the innocent people that died in 9/11 deserved to die in 9/11. I mean the United States as a country deserved what happened to them. For those of you that don't know or understand the history of the United States, I will briefly educate you. The post specifically states, if you think Middle Eastern invasion and intervention for oil and the murdering of innocent people is cool, you can remove yourself from my friends list. I know how, like in Germany, they try their best to censor details of Nazi Germany and the Holocaust in their public schools. The United States kind of does the same thing with their history, but that is an accurate representation of what happened. First, the Gulf War, that inspired 9/11, and after 9/11, President George Bush said, let's go invade Iraq. We invaded Iraq 2003, that's what inspired ISIS. The purpose of this video is not to upset people, despite it going to upset people. The purpose of this video is to get people to take a closer look at our government and to hold our government more accountable for the horrible shit that they do. And to hold you accountable for staying silent and only speaking up when dates like September 11th come up. Today, many people, Americans and Middle Easterners alike, are being victimized because of a war that we started and we backed. Back in the day, 2003, CNN was one of the main supporters of the invasion of Iraq, which resulted in the deaths of thousands of innocent Iraqis and US soldiers. Now, I know there's a lot of right-wing conservative patriots watching this video that now like me because I'm criticizing CNN. I shouldn't have to appeal to your biases for you to see my point. But there's 3 topics that I want to cover in this video. The first one is responsibility. The second one is God. And the third is the greatest American sport of all time, football. I think the first point should be covered last, though, because it'll be more easy for you to comprehend after I discuss the second 2 points. First point is God. I'm a firm believer in God, Jesus Christ, and I would like to believe that majority of people that were upset at my post are believers in God and Jesus Christ as well. As a Christian, I do not believe that God cares who is innocent or who is guilty or who is responsible or who is not responsible for what. If you read the Bible, you know of a specific story where a certain someone fucked up, and then God killed the firstborn sons of everyone in Egypt. And that's how I see 9/11. I see 9/11 as the same concept. When people confronted me saying that I claimed that innocent people deserve to die, I said, people died because of the US's decision making. When you fuck with a bee and get stung, do you blame the bee? Someone responded, basically what you're saying is the same as if I fuck with a bee and my sister is the one who gets stung. She deserved it. That's not what I'm saying at all. But your sister getting stung would be your fault because it was your actions of fucking with the beehive that got your sister stung. Therefore, you can't blame the bee. The bee is just acting in self-defense and retaliation out of fear of you trying to harm it. The only person to blame is you. The bee doesn't give a fuck who's an innocent human or who's the guilty human. All they see is a human. Now, I don't know this to be a fact, but I would assume that a lot of Muslims in the Middle East have a lot of prejudice against us, the same way that we have prejudice against them. And I would assume that a lot of them don't give a fuck who's an innocent American or who's a guilty American. All they see is Americans. And that's my first point that I want to cover is as a Christian, I do not believe that God cares who is innocent and who is not innocent. If somebody makes a mistake or upsets God, someone is being punished, whether innocent or not. And now on to the second point that I wanted to make. We're going to talk about the greatest American sport, football. When I was younger, I played junior All-American football, and it was pretty fun. But it wasn't fun all the time. There were certain times when I would hate the coach, and those times were when somebody else fucked up. And the coach didn't just punish that person that fucked up, that individual. The coach made us all run. Why? Why would the coach do something like that? If we're not the one making the mistakes, why do we have to pay for them? The simple fucking answer that I guarantee you most of you already know if you've played football before is because we're a team. That's how I view the United States of America. I think all of us as Americans are a team, which means we need to hold each other accountable no matter who's responsible for what. When our government fucks up, we all fuck up. Because just like in football, if one person fucks up and then the coach punishes everybody, that inspires the rest of us to make sure that person that keeps fucking up stops fucking up because we don't want to pay for it. So why is it so hard for Americans to adopt the principle of the greatest American sport? Again, I am not saying that innocent people deserve to die. I am saying that that blood is on our hands as Americans because we're a team and we take responsibility for our wrongings, or at least we should. That's what we should be doing.
But how is that my fault? I didn't support the war. I wasn't even born at the time. I wasn't even old enough at the time.
No, but you sure aren't rebelling against your government and decisions that it makes today. Because if we're being honest, it's not that big of a deal to you. You don't really care. And that's the honest truth. If you really cared, you would do like Oskar Schindler did and rebel against your government. But it's not that big of a deal to you to do so. The third point is responsibility. And it's a really easy, quick point to get over. Don't even have to spend that much time on it. America deserved 9/11 as much as the Japanese deserved the nukes. As much as the Germans deserve the saturation bombing. Innocent people died in all of these instances, and it was fucked up. But it was somebody's decision making that made it happen. Japan probably wouldn't have gotten nuked if they didn't attack Pearl Harbor. Germany probably wouldn't have gotten the saturation bombings if they weren't trying to take over Europe and killing Jews. So the innocent people didn't deserve to die, but there's a cause and effect for everything, and we have to take responsibility for them. Japan as a country deserved the nukes. Germany as a country deserved the saturation bombings. God doesn't pick who is and isn't innocent. We don't have control over how human beings react to certain things. You can argue all day whether something is justified, whether something is overkill, etc. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we can't control other people. What we can control is what we do, what you decide to do. Today, tomorrow, the next day after that, and the next day after that. Your control of your decision making. But with those points being made, I'm pretty much finished with this video. I wanted to go through some of these comments with you guys because they're really fun. A lot of people all assume that I deleted the post. I didn't delete anything. I got reported. This dude named Kevin Williams said, "Good, you deserved it. My name is Kevin Williams, and I support free speech. Until it's something I don't like, of course." And here we have an American patriot asking for my address. Wait. I wonder how many of these guys got offended over the left being offended by Dave Chappelle just a few days ago. Why do you want my address? Is this Islam? You want to stone me? And somehow I'm the terrorist, but I didn't threaten violence against someone because of their politics. It sounds a lot like some Antifa shit, if you ask me. I don't know. I guess I kind of find the double standard kind of funny, how right-wing conservative Americans or patriots will support the First Amendment whenever the left complains about it or whenever somebody else is complaining about what they say. But as soon as somebody says something that they view anti-American, they go nuts. And it's like the First Amendment just goes out the window and they want to kill you. But my good friend Justin King, Beau of the Fifth Column on YouTube, I'll leave a link to his video in the description. He warned me about this. I don't remember the video on hand, so I'm going to try to paraphrase him, but I think he made a point in the video where he said that there is a violent culture within patriotism. There's a safe patriotism versus a non-safe patriotism. And one of the main quotes I remember him saying from that video is, "Step on my flag, I'll kill you." Now, that's not him saying that. He's quoting these American patriots. Some of these American patriots, some of them, not all of them, are of the belief that if somebody does something that they view as anti-American, they have permission to inflict violence upon them. And all of the amendments and rights of Americans just fly out the window. They're hypocrites. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked, leave a like, comment down below. If you disliked the video, leave a dislike and comment down below what you dislike about the video. I like discussion. I really don't care if I offend anybody. I'm sorry if you're offended. I'm not sorry I said what I said. I am sorry that you're offended. There's a difference. But subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. The only real reason why I made this video is because I was kind of pissed off that I got banned from Facebook for 7 days. But if you have a different perspective and want to express it, comment down below. I'll do my best to reply to everybody that comments like I always do. But yeah, with that being said, that's it for this video. I'll try to do more videos, more political videos like this, because a lot of people like seeing them, and I haven't really been doing them as often as I used to. I think the last political video I did was about Gillette and the commercial, which I'll leave the description if you give a fuck. I don't care. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.